Did you know that real-life vampire legends have captivated people for centuries? From ancient myths to eerie tales, these stories are both chilling and fascinating. Before we continue, please like the video and subscribe to support the channel if you would like to see more videos about mystery topics. In Eastern Europe, the fear of vampires was so intense that villagers would exhume and stake bodies. Can you imagine living with that kind of terror? The famous Count Dracula was inspired by Vlad the Impaler, a real prince known for his brutal punishments. It's no wonder the legend still haunts us. In New England, some families believed their loved ones turned into vampires after death. They took drastic measures to stop the undead. In 19th century Rhode Island, Mercy Brown's body was exhumed because locals thought she was a vampire. Her story continues to intrigue historians. Greek legends speak of the Dracula, a corpse that rises from the grave to feast on the living. These tales were meant to explain mysterious deaths. In China, the Jiangshi, or hopping vampires, hunt for the life force of the living. They're depicted with white hair and long claws. Creepy, right? In Africa, the Adze is a vampire that transforms into a firefly to sneak into homes. These stories spread fear and suspicion in communities. In Haiti, the Lougat was a feared vampire-like creature. How did such tales intertwine with voodoo and local beliefs? In the Caribbean, the Sukuyon was a shape-shifting vampire. How did these tales blend with local traditions and beliefs? In the Balkans, the Dracula were feared for rising from the dead. Why did these tales become so widespread and feared? India has its own vampire legends like the Vatala, a spirit that haunts cemeteries and preys on the living. Imagine encountering one at night. In Ireland, the Diarg Dhu is a female vampire who lures men with her beauty and then drains their blood. These tales are both tragic and terrifying. In Romania, the Strigoi are restless spirits that rise from the grave. Locals used to leave offerings to appease them. Would you dare to do that? Vampire legends even influenced medical practices. People once thought tuberculosis was caused by vampires draining life from their victims. Some cultures believed vampires could turn into animals like bats or wolves. This shape-shifting ability added to their mystique and danger. Hollywood has kept these legends alive with countless vampire movies. But the real stories are often more gruesome than fiction. Ancient Egypt had its own vampire-like creatures. The goddess Sekhmet was said to drink blood. Imagine worshipping such a deity. In the Philippines, the manananggal separates from its lower body to hunt at night. It's one of the scariest vampire myths out there. In Japan, the Nukakubi's head detaches to feed on humans. These legends were used to explain unexplained disappearances. Even in modern times, vampire scares occasionally pop up. In 2002, a vampire panic spread in Malawi, leading to violence and chaos. Vampire legends often reflect society's fears and anxieties. They reveal much about the human psyche and our need to explain the unknown. Some believe vampire myths were created to explain diseases and death before modern medicine. It's fascinating how these stories evolved. Could you imagine living in a time where people genuinely feared vampires? The lengths they went to for protection are astonishing. Today, vampire legends continue to inspire books, movies, and even fashion. Their allure remains as strong as ever. These tales remind us that fear can shape beliefs and actions. It's amazing how powerful stories can be. From ancient rituals to modern pop culture, vampire legends have left a lasting impact on the world. They continue to intrigue and scare us. Real-life vampire legends are more than just stories. They're a window into the past and a mirror of our deepest fears. So, what do you think? Are these legends just myths, or is there some truth behind the tales? The mystery continues to captivate us. Next time you hear a strange noise at night, remember these stories. You never know what might be lurking in the shadows. Vampire legends remind us that sometimes The scariest monsters are the ones we create in our minds. These tales have been passed down through generations, keeping the fear and fascination alive. What other legends might be out there? Whether you believe in them or not, vampire legends will always be a thrilling part of human history. They remind us to question and to wonder. Leave a comment about your thoughts on vampires and what is your favorite story or film about them.